The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
When the nWo broke onto the scene in 1996, the world of wrestling did not know what had hit it. Revolutionary, ahead of its time, and as cool as heck could be some of the words to describe the New World Order. The nWo is seen as one of the greatest factions, if not the greatest faction, that has ever come down the pike in pro wrestling. And it all started back in 1996 in the little old wrestling company WCW. In fact, you can pinpoint the time and the place where the nWo very first kicked off. And that was May 27th, 1996, when Scott Hall, who everybody thought was a part of the WWF, wrestling as Razor Ramon, well, Scott Hall, he came out during a match, interrupted the match without a care in the world, and laid down this now iconic promo. Eric Bischoff, who was the main man behind the whole nWo concept, wanted to make sure that when Scott Hall came out, he said one specific thing, and that was this.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Bischoff wanted Hall to say these words so the whole angle looked like an invasion, like it was WWF invading the WCW, to make the angle just that much bigger. And boy, did it work. Hall continued his promo by saying, "I go wherever I want, whenever I want." Hall then ended with this now iconic line.
You want a war? You're gonna get one.
And the invasion angle was thus born. However, the nWo had not been formed at this point. Scott Hall had announced to everybody that a big surprise would be coming, and that surprise was his good friend Kevin Nash. He showed up on the June 10th edition of Monday Nitro, and basically Hall and Nash wanted a fight at the upcoming WCW pay-per-view, The Great American Bash. Eric Bischoff said he would try to make that happen. And when we fast forward to that pay-per-view, The Great American Bash, something did happen. Remember how when we said Hall and Nash were asking for a fight, Bischoff said he had 3 guys for them to fight against? But Mr. Eric Bischoff said, no, you aren't going to find out tonight, you'll have to wait till tomorrow on Nitro, and Hall and Nash were having none of it, and then this happened. Nash powerbombed Bischoff off the stage and through a table.
nWo.
New World Order.
But the fight did get set July 7th, 1996 at WCW Bash at the Beach. It was going to be 3 of WCW's best. Sting, the Macho Man, and Lex Luger taking on the Outsiders and their mystery partner. And this would be the night when the nWo officially formed. So with the nWo not revealing who their mystery partner was at the start of the match got underway with a 3-on-2 advantage to WCW. However, that advantage would quickly be taken away when Sting performed a Stinger Splash on Kevin Nash. But what Sting didn't realise is that Nash was holding Luger's head over the top steel cable, so when Sting hit that Stinger Splash, it knocked out Lex Luger, taking him out of the match. A total accident by Sting, but it left the match at 2-on-2. So Sting and the Macho Man, with their war paint on, continued on against Hall and Nash, the Outsiders. Remembering, guys, that the Outsiders still had to reveal their 3rd mystery man. The big man, Kevin Nash, went to work on the Macho Man and Sting before Sting was able to rally and get a few blows of his own back on the big man. Later in the matchup, we saw Randy Savage get loose as he took it to both members of the Outsiders, until he was hit by a low blow by Kevin Nash. And this is when it happened, guys. This is when time stopped in the wrestling world. Hulk Hogan came out, a hero to millions. Surely he was here to help out his WCW brothers, Sting and the Macho Man. But don't think so quickly, because that was not the case at all. With one swift blow, Hulk Hogan turned the wrestling world on its head when he delivered that leg drop to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. It was apparent then to everyone that Hogan was the third man and he had joined the Outsiders. The fans couldn't believe it, the commentary team couldn't believe it. Hogan, who had been a hero to so many for so long, had now turned his back on everything and everyone. The ring was quickly filled with garbage by the fans as Hogan took to the microphone. Mean Gene Okerlund, who was interviewing Hogan, could not believe that Hogan had turned his back on the fans. But Hogan, he couldn't care, and he was not standoffish at all about telling the members of the crowd to shut up before he laid this down.
You can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother.
Hogan continued by running down the then WWF, stating how he had made that company what it was, and how he had become bigger than the WWF. Hogan continued on, really driving home his heel turn, bad-mouthing the fans.
As far as I'm concerned, all this crap in the ring represents these fans out here.
And with that, the New World Order was born. And it remained the dominant force in professional wrestling for some time afterwards, turning the ratings on its head, helping WCW defeat the WWF for over 80 consecutive weeks in the ratings wars, the likes which had never been seen before. As mentioned before, revolutionary, groundbreaking, badass, and not to mention wildly popular with the fans. What Eric Bischoff and the New World Order accomplished goes down in the wrestling books as one of the greatest eras ever in the history of professional wrestling. It will never be duplicated, it will never be repeated. It's nWo for life.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Thanks heaps guys for tuning into the video. Be sure to drop a scorpion death drop on that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome pro wrestling action from the WWE, the WCW and much more.